and mooted to dust.
Wow.
Wow. Professional stream 101. Excellent technique. Yes.
Such a professional. You're so good.
Oh, yeah. Pat on the head. See, no punches, patting on the head. Everybody pat on the head. Patting on the head is good.
Unless it's your kink. We don't kink shame. You can do whatever you want.
No, we don't. We don't. That's a great way to start the stream, to let everybody know that you don't kink shame. That's very important. That's true.
I don't. If you like to get punched, we allow it.
I mean, I won't be the one punching you, but you can definitely get punched if that's what you're saying.
Yeah, if you want to get punched, go for it.
Just focus on that. Just focus.
Yeah.
That's it. If you want to get punched, period. That's the end of the sentence. Shrek is sexy. Thank you for saying that.
Shrek is sexy. I agree.
Yes. Yeah.
100%.
Excellent. Excellent. I think we're all on the same page. I'm gonna reintroduce myself really for a hot second here. Hi everyone, it's Mxiety, mental health talk show host, Twitch partner, and your #1 fan. I am on tonight with Jambo.
That's me. I'm Jambo.
Correct.
Yes.
The end. We just agreed that as long as we can hear each other on Zoom, that's the end of the call.
Yeah, so this was the interview. How did you guys think?
What'd you guys think?
How do you think it went? I thought it went pretty well. I introduced myself and she heard me.
You know, I kind of thought that your introduction was kind of, if I'm honest.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I'm going to go and just work on my introduction until the next time I'm on. Hopefully it's better next time.
Hopefully it's better next. It's not as good as your horse noises and water splashing noises. That's the problem. That you've perfected. Can you please? So with us tonight is Jambo of Mashable and Dixerdo. That's the name. Got it. Yep.
Dixerdo.
Yep. What she said. Fame. And I'm gonna do my best impression of like a serious journalist. Okay. So.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
When do you feel like? When did you embody water? Like, when did that happen that you were able to transform your voice into water so well?
Yeah, that's a good question. So when I was 5, I took swimming lessons and I had to float on my back, which I couldn't do because I'm a human and not a floating sack of air. And I looked up at the ceiling and there was a Mickey Mouse drawing on the ceiling of this pool building. And it was in that moment that I decided I was going to become the water.
Yeah.
So that it didn't become me.
That must have been really hard for you.
It was. I still remember that Mickey Mouse.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. You've passed. I think.
Well, thank you.
I think you passed with flying color. My Katie Couric impression still could use some work, but
no, that was. I immediately thought Katie Couric. That's
excellent. A lot of squinting. You
have to do a lot of squinting and nodding nonstop, even when you disagree. You'd be like, no, that sounds horrible.
No, but seriously, congratulations. I swear I didn't plan this. I didn't like message Jamie and wasn't like, hey, you're famous now. Come on my show.
She actually messaged me. We planned this like a week or so ago, a bit longer.
Yeah.
And she messaged me a few days ago and she was like, hey, if you could make a viral tweet before you come on.
I actually, what I said was, hold on, you should quote me properly. What I said was, if you don't make a viral tweet, you can count your blessings. You're not coming on the show.
That's it. That's what happened. I'm sorry. She threatened me. It was much more threatening than it was asking or forming ideas.
I did. Yeah. Okay. Well, since we're going to speak nonsense into existence, how about I say like, hey, verified.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
I don't know. I don't expect that to happen, but one day. And then I'll be able to post videos that are longer than 2 minutes, which is really what it's all about.
That is what it's all. I mean, there's also a verified tab, right? That's like the thing that people
there's like a verified tab. I think it's for notifications and stuff. Then you can just separate like notified.
Right. You don't want to know what the plebes are thinking. You only want to know what other verified
honestly, as soon as I get that verified check mark, y'all can fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's when the money starts. Because
I'm going to go hang out with Taco Bell.
All right. So, fam, seriously though, Jamie's on because she's another mental health advocate, and we've been meaning to talk about this on stream
for a long time.
for a very, very long time. I feel like this is actually years in the making. I feel like I might have thrown this out like
a year ago.
Probably.
I think back when everything went crazy last November, we talked about it in December. We were like, well, the holidays are coming up, so we'll talk about it later. And then we didn't realize that meant we would talk about it the next holiday season, but that's what that meant. So
that's exactly, you know what? I realized it. Again, I have the foresight. So
you're at the foresight, right?
Right. But so you started out not talking about your emotions, like that wasn't your Jambo when you started.
Not at all.
Right.
I wasn't Jambo when I started.
That
actually
is also correct. That is also correct. So that wasn't like, I don't want to say shtick, because then like my shtick is mental health, and I don't think I want to use the word shtick next to that. But
yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't feel like, and it's so funny because I think I actually talked to you about this when we had our voice call like a month or so ago, but I never really felt like I've had a shtick. Like I've never felt like I've had a thing. And it's always felt so weird because I watch all of these people who have a thing. They're like, yeah, this is my thing. I am really good at competitive games, or I do talk shows or mental health or just dance or whatever it is. And I've always felt like, and maybe a lot of variety streamers can kind of resonate with this, but I've always felt like my thing just doesn't exist. I'm just doing whatever I want, whenever I want to, and hoping people enjoy it with me because I'm enjoying myself. And that's how I've gotten where I am. So it worked.
Yeah. I don't know why you don't make like at least 4 YouTube videos explaining that.
I really should. I'm going to make a 1 YouTube video that's 10 seconds for the first part of the sentence. And then I'm just going to make 5-second increment videos to follow that and hope that people watch them in the right order.
Just good luck.
Good luck, everyone.
Okay. Well, so you don't feel like you have a shtick now either? Because there's Shrek, right?
There's Shrek. That's it. I really like Shrek. That's my shtick. That's what people, I want you to know me as.
Can you imagine?
As I grow, I just want everyone to know me as that Shrek girl.
Yeah. Yeah, just imagine growing on that platform. Like, sponsored, Jambo, sponsored by DiGiorno, and also Shrek.
Sponsored stream from the swamp.
So you don't have a shtick, and you still don't have a shtick. I don't think that's like the opposite of every recommended streamer advice that you're supposed to.
I know.
Yeah. So was that something you were self-conscious about? Does that contribute to the imposter syndrome?
Oh my God. I feel like, how long ago did you start streaming?
3 years.
Okay, cool. So
I know numbers. 3 years.
About 3 years. So I started streaming almost 4 years ago. And you might remember this too then. I got started on Instagram, not Twitter. I met a lot of people through Instagram, and the streaming Instagram was really big back when I first started streaming. And it was the most toxic place. People talk about streamer Twitter. Boy, let me tell you, it is nothing like streamer Instagram back like 3 years ago. And there was so much toxicity and like advice, and the advice was always terrible. And you're just surrounded by all these people there were so many people who did Instagram story shout outs for like follows. So like if you follow them on like Twitch, they would shout you out on their Instagram story. Or like there were people who were asking for donations in their Instagram stories. There were people who were saying like, oh, if you support small streamers, like DM me and I'll follow you and you can follow me back. And it was like just like the most toxic environment for streaming. And there were a lot of people who gave advice like, oh, if you want to grow, you have to have a consistent schedule. Streaming during the day is the best time to grow. And there are a lot of people who like had full-time jobs like me. I had a full-time job for the first 2 years of my streaming career. So it was a lot of hearing things that I felt like I couldn't do. And they were like, make sure you have like a shtick, make sure that you are, reaching out to the audience that you want to cater to. And when you're just starting out, you don't know what that is yet. Yeah. You don't know what's happening. You're like, I'm just going to play video games and hope people want to watch that. And that's basically what happened. I just started streaming Resident Evil 7 from my Xbox in my living room. And I was like, this is what I'm going to do. And it just started to grow. And then eventually I was able to afford to buy my own PC and build it. So I did that. And then I did that in April. And I consider that like the jumping off point of streaming for me was after I built my PC. And it was weird because I didn't actually start on Twitter for about 6 months after that. And it was like an entirely different world. Going to Twitter and like the engagement you get from there was just so much more positive than Instagram, because Instagram was just like, I don't know how to explain it. Anybody who was around there might know what I'm talking about, but it was just a really toxic streaming environment on Instagram.
That's really interesting. I mean, what makes Twitter, I find toxic, like if we were to kind of pinpoint what makes Twitter toxic, I think it's all of the takes of, if you do this, don't even come at me. Or yeah, that's really what it like.
It's the hot takes that don't need to be hot takes
at all
that make Twitter toxic. Like the whole starting soon screen thing, or
oh my God,
sub goals, or like
oh my God.
I'm sorry, pardon my French, chat, but who fucking cares? If you want to use a starting soon screen, do it. If you want to have a sub goal, do it. I don't care. Nobody else should care.
Right.
Do whatever you want. It's not anybody else's stream. You don't get to throw your opinions and shade at people because you don't like it. That's mean. People don't like mean people.
Well, and it's super passive aggressive because so somebody once tweeted, I thought on Mixer you needed 2,000 followers to get partnered. Is that not the case anymore? And I knew they were talking about me because they posted a screenshot of my follower number.
Oh.
And I was
that's
like,
not passive aggressive, Marie. That's directly aggressive.
That's aggressive aggressive.
That's aggression. That's aggressive aggression.
It didn't say my name though. And then I like responded and I was like, oh yeah, it's actually because I wrote a book and because I talk about mental health and nobody does that on the platform. And they didn't expect that. And they're like, oh wow, thank you so much for responding to me. And then I thought about it and I was like, I just endorsed really shitty behavior. Like I tried to come at it from the perspective of like, oh, I'm going to be nice about this.
Awful.
Even though I know I'm being called out. But then I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I endorse somebody being like, yeah, just be passive aggressively crappy. And then maybe the person you mean to ask this question to will come around and then have to answer to you.
That's so dumb that somebody would like call you out like that. I hate call out culture. I don't like call out culture. I believe in call out culture when it's something insanely toxic to the community, when it's someone who's hurting people, when it's someone who's causing pain or disgust to other people or to you. And it's like the whole movement that happened in June. I believe in that. I believe in using your voices and the platform and the people around you to remove insane toxicity from within. I don't think it's necessary because you don't like the color of someone's hair,
right?
Or the fact that they have achieved some level of success before you, and that's a huge problem on Twitter and Twitch.
Yeah, we take on Twitter, people take their insecurities out in 240 characters, and I don't, or 280. Sorry,
240. I think
240
now.
Whatever. 200.
200 plus some.
Yeah. I mean, negative thoughts pop into my head a lot. I just don't tweet them. Like it's not that
it's really easy. You
it's
guys,
really easy. Okay, step-by-step instructions. Yeah,
your terrible, like interpersonal feelings, because a lot of times when we have those bad feelings, we like manifest them in somebody else or what somebody else is doing.
Right.
And then sometimes people take it upon themselves to then make that publicly known information. And it's, you don't have to do that. You can just tell your friends or keep it to yourself, but there's no need to hurt other people because you're hurting. And it's normal to be, it's normal to compare yourself to other people. It's normal to want what somebody else has. It is not okay to make that their problem. You can work on yourself without bringing other people into it.
It's true. It's true. What she said. You've also spoken pretty openly before about the fact that like there's just pressure, and Twitter creates this because it's such an instant gratification, right? There's this pressure to constantly be creating content. Everything has to be content. So like this is why people, I think, end up with crappy takes on Twitter or rude takes, because they're like, well, I have to say this. I don't have anything else to say. I must have. And we've talked about this too. Like I at one point asked Jambo, I was like, is it okay if I don't tweet for a day? She's like, yes, that's probably the best thing that you do.
Please don't. That's fine.
Like, don't.
Take a nap.
Go instead and don't do that.
It's okay, because it's like people feel pressured to partake in things because other people are, or pressured to make content because if you don't tweet something for a day, you worry that people are going to forget about you, or your follower count's not going to grow, or whatever it is. And you don't have to tweet every day. You don't need to always have something to say about any trending topic. It's okay. It's okay to sit back and let things pass and make content as you're comfortable. One of the biggest things regarding that topic is a lot of people have this mindset in streaming. I am begging you to reconsider it. If you do not have to stream just because you're playing a game. Please have games that you play off stream, because once you decide, well, since I'm streaming, since I'm gaming, I may as well stream, you're damaging yourself and causing burnout. It's going to build over time, because if you love gaming and you love streaming, but you only game when you stream, you're eventually going to stop loving gaming as much as you do.
Well, it's anything that we do that we take the hobby aspect out of it, right? So I think
I was just using gaming as an example. But
no. But and you're totally right. It's when we take something that is meant to be. So I think this happens to a lot of people, right? You start out streaming, you're like, quite a few people that I've talked to will be like, oh yeah, I just started streaming because I was like, hey, I'm playing games, I might as well stream it, right? I might as well. And I'm kind of like, I talk a lot, I can stream that. And so they start out doing that, and then slowly you start, listen, I'm calling myself out, this is fine.
Talk a lot, I can stream.
I can stream that. What do you think talk show host means? Literally,
I'm just saying I love you. That's amazing.
I love you so much. Okay, train of thought is gone. But my point is,
a lot of people take a hobby.
Yeah, a lot of people take a hobby and then it's an unhobby. So what you don't realize is when you take streaming from, hey, I now want to take it seriously, you've lost your hobby. But you need hobbies in order to like stay sane, to keep yourself, like your hobbies can't just be there was a point that I got to probably 2.5 years into this. Okay. Probably 2.5 years into this, where I was like, oh, I literally do nothing outside of streaming. Like every waking moment is streaming. I have my 9 to 5. When I'm not doing my 9 to 5, I'm doing that. And then other times I'm just laid out flat on the couch because I'm so exhausted.
Yep.
From doing nothing but working and streaming and doing streaming related stuff.
Well, and you know what's so crazy about that is a lot of people underestimate the amount of time that goes into streaming. Because it's not just when you're live. I have it's safe to say most of my weeks are probably anywhere between 40 and 60 hours a week, depending on what's happening that week behind the scenes. There's a lot that goes into it. And there's this misconception then when it comes to wanting to go full time or wanting to stream more. If you have a full-time job and you're trying to make streaming everything that you want it to be, you have to understand that you're going to be putting in an insane amount of time. And that's what's really hard. I felt that too. I had a full-time job for 2.5 years of my streaming career. And I mean, it was hard. It was hard to balance going to work at 7 or 8 in the morning, coming home by 5, streaming at 6 until 10, and then trying to find the balance between taking breaks for myself and wanting to grow my content career. And the biggest advice I can give to anyone in that position is take breaks. It's like the biggest advice I could give, because the more you push yourself, the more burnout you're going to feel. And don't listen to the pressure that people give you. Like there's a lot of people who say like fuck your job. If you love streaming, then you should quit your job and go stream. I promise you that's
Those
terrible
people
advice.
don't have bills.
That's terrible advice. Don't do something until you vet yourself and you know you're able to do it. Jumping into full-time streaming without knowing whether or not you're able to do that is scary. And while there's always a chance that it could work, there's always a chance it could work. Don't bet on that, because it's hard. It's hard work to be a full-time content creator. It's not just I stream for 5 hours 4 days a week and then that's it. You are spending a lot of time in your office, a lot of time on your computer, a lot of time in other streams, a lot of time in meetings, a lot of time on social media, a lot of time curating your content, a lot of time branching out to different platforms for your content. It's a lot of hard work. And I honestly, having done it for 2.5 years, I any streamer who also has a full-time job that is continuously growing and developing, I fucking like hats off to you, because it's hard. That's hard work.
I don't know what prompted this monologue, but you were gonna call me out like that. You should have tweeted it. All right, you should have made content.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go tweet at you.
Okay. All right.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
You can. No, because that is no, that's the whole
I'm gonna
thing.
screenshot the Zoom call and I'm gonna tweet it and I'm gonna say, I thought that you had to be a total dick to be a super successful streamer. Is that not true anymore?
No, but it's true. But I give myself so much crap. This is one of those. I have a feeling this interview is going to be one of those where I walk away being like, but I learned something, even though I was supposed to interview you, and everybody was supposed to learn something. But mostly, I feel like selfishly just absorbing, because it's what you said. I never give myself credit for the fact that I also work full time, because the reality is, in my mind, the viewer has no idea what I do outside of the stream. Mm-hmm. And the most important part is that for the 3 hours that I can be on, or the 2 hours or 4 that I can be on, that I am the most entertaining entertainer that ever entertained. And then I come off of stream, and then everything else is not that it's not anybody's business, but it's like, that's how the sausage is made. You just want to eat the sausage for 4 hours.
Right. Yeah. Marie.
I'm fine.
Okay, we're going to take a break. So everyone can eat their sausage for 4 hours. That's a long time. You should call a doctor if that's something that you are experiencing
for longer than 2 hours. Call a doctor.
So yeah, right. Mm-hmm. You heard it here first, folks. A lot of people just want to eat sausage for 4 hours. They don't want to know where it comes from.
Right. And since Katie Couric's getting a run for her money now, I'll tell you what.
Honestly, I don't even know who Katie Couric is after that. Who is Katie Couric? I only know Marie.
Yeah. All right. Well, so
time for question 2.
Okay, time for next question. I didn't prepare the question. No, but okay. So everything has to be content. Everything you make has to be viable. Everything you make outside of, like, if you spend every waking hour. Yeah. Wait. Let's go back and talk to this. I didn't want to, but let's go back to the fact that. So, do you think do you think that just culturally there is an awareness of how much stuff happens outside of streaming, and that anybody gives anybody credit for that?
I think that there needs to be a bigger understanding. I do think more people are learning. I do think that more people are seeing it. I think the pandemic honestly brought a lot of light to that, because I think there are a lot of people who were put in unfortunate situations of losing a job or not being able to go into work, and decided to try out streaming because it's something they're passionate about. They have the extra time. And I think more people are seeing the amount of work that goes into it, but I don't think that there's a full cultural understanding. No, I think that there are still a lot of people who think playing video games is not a real job. And
oh God,
you know, that whole thing.
Do you think so? I question this a lot, and again, this is just I asked Jambo to come on to give me advice, and I hope it helps. No, but in seriousness, do you feel like you have to play games? Like that's another one on Twitch. Do you have to play games to do well on Twitch?
I don't think so at all.
Then you show boobs, right? Those are the two options.
As long as you show your titties,
right,
you can be successful.
Biddies, yeah, big old ditties. Yeah.
I'm totally kidding.
Please don't take her seriously.
Don't take me seriously when it comes to titties. But what I can say is that you should absolutely do what you care about, what you're passionate about, because I think a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, get really stuck on the it thing. What game is popular right now?
Sure.
Or games. What type of stream is popular? What are people listening to? What are people wearing? What are people doing on their stream right now? Because I want to do that because it brings more people.
Right.
And I think okay, so here's a perfect example. I think that the Dead by Daylight community is incredible. I think everything they do, how they support each other is wonderful. But I do think there are some people who believe a community like that is a fast track to partnership. I think that
happened with Warfare.
Call of Duty?
No. Which one am I thinking of? Everybody was playing it, not Destiny. It's I'm trying to. I can't. It's killing me. Everybody was playing it for a while. Warfare. It's not Warcraft, not PUBG. Warframe. Yes. Thank you. 10 points to Gryffindor or whoever. Yeah.
So I think that there are people who see games like that. I'm using Dead by Daylight because the Dead by Daylight community is incredible. It's booming. Like it's a lot of people play that game, and I think it's awesome. But there are people, and I've heard it. Like I've heard people say it. Like playing Dead by Daylight is a quick way to get partnership because the way of the way the community supports each other. But like the thing that people don't think about is the longevity of what you're doing. And not to mention, like you're getting involved in a community you don't actually care about. You're like, well, I'll play this game because there's a lot of people getting partnership who play Dead by Daylight. And so I'm going to play Dead by Daylight, and then I'm going to get partnership. And then what? So think that through. So now you're a partner. You've been playing Dead by Daylight, but you don't actually like Dead by Daylight. So you don't want to play it anymore. You just want a partnership. Now you're playing new games, and nobody is going to be there to watch in its entirety because you built a community around Dead by Daylight. And the biggest thing in streaming when you first start out, you need to know that you can do whatever you want. And while you do have to be conscious of, the way that it can be made into content, you can do whatever you want. You can do just chatting. You can play Dead by Daylight if you want to. You can play Call of Duty. You can play Fortnite. You can play. It's about you. Whatever you can turn into content, because you are the one people are going to come to watch. They can go anywhere to watch somebody play any of those games, but you need to be true to yourself. You need to be true to what you want to play, the community you want to foster, and how you want to grow. Because if you're growing in some false manner, your growth is going to be really half-assed, and it's not going to have that longevity. That's why when you see a lot of people, not all, but you see people push for partner, and you see people say, come by and drop a lurk, open a tab, come and support so that I can get partnership, or we're going to play this game to get partnership. And then as soon as they get partner, you see the drop off.
Because it's not a game, and it's the achievement's unlocked. It's not.
Because a lot of people see that purple check mark as the goal. And the best thing you can do for yourself is see it as a checkpoint and know that that's not the end game. That's where the game starts. The game starts at partnership, and then that is where you continue to grow as yourself. And if you're doing it as yourself from the jump, you're going to have a much easier time. Your growth may not be as fast. You might not get partnership in 6 months, but it took me three years to get Twitch partnership, but I did it as myself.
2 years and 7 months, 2 years and 8 months.
Yeah. And you know what? I did it. It took a longer time.
But
There
you
were
still
people
have a
who got
community
partnered
to show
before me.
for it. You still
Right.
have the thing to show, because the coveted part of partnership is when you look at partners and you're like, wow, they have an active chat and people are talking and hanging out and enjoying being there, and that all doesn't come from a partner push.
No.
That is not how that is built. Violet!
I didn't want to interrupt you, but hi, Violet.
Violet, we love you. Yeah. Community is the best part of Twitch. Yep. But it's the pillar that is going to make the stream happen. So you can have whatever check mark, you can have affiliate, you can buy affiliate, you can do whatever you want with anything. But at the end of the day, it doesn't count for much if you didn't.
Yep.
I don't think. Oh, okay.
You know what? There's also this misconception, and it does exist, and it bothers me a lot that people think that once you get partnership, you're successful. And it's not, the two are not synonymous.
No.
Please know that your success comes from you. It comes from what you do, who you are, how you grow your content, how you grow your community, how you grow yourself to be something people want to market with. It does not come from you being a partner. No. The check mark does not automatically grant you success. It doesn't grant you money. It doesn't grant you subs. It doesn't grant you those things. What it does is open doors for you if you are able to get to them. And that's, you have to be able to grow as you, confidently and comfortably, to get the opportunities that are open to you. Not just push and jump to a check mark to hope that once you get there, that's it.
I'm going to elevate that one more step. There's this idea that there's this notion that you're going to work X amount, and in exchange, you are going to get this thing. And we kind of talked about it before you came on, that you're deserving, right? So I work really hard, and therefore I'm going to get this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, as soon as it's not interactive, as soon as it's transactional, it's lost. Like, you've lost it. It's over. It's gone.
Right.
If it's a transactional thing, if it's I am going to put in X amount of hours, and that is going to bring me X amount of viewers, and then that is going to bring me partnership, and then that is going to bring me success. If that's the order of events, and I understand how we get there. I believe that, like, socially, we are taught that we need to go, like, achievement hunting. Like, we need to constantly be. There's a reason that Twitch partnership and affiliate is set up the way it is, because it works right with your brain. It's the next step. Here's the next step. I got to get to the next step. So if you're always thinking of, I'm going to just, like, keep climbing this ladder, and you ever ask yourself, why the fuck am I on this ladder? Why am I climbing? Where am I climbing to?
Yes. And you know what is super interesting about that? I don't know how many people in here have been on Twitch or streaming for about 4 years, or before that even. But the Twitch affiliate program was introduced 3.5 years ago.
When I started, it was like, yep.
It was, yep. I was streaming consistently for about 2 months before it was released. And at that time, there was a third-party service you could use for subs. So Twitch streamers did not get revenue unless you were a partner. You didn't have the option for subs. You didn't have an option for any of that, for bits, whatever. And then they introduced the affiliate program. And honestly, there were a lot of people that were pissed about it when it came out. But I remember, it's one of the smartest moves that Twitch made, because what it did was it allowed you to still be at that level of success that you want to be at without partnership. While it also monetized their platform and brought in more revenue for them, it gave streamers the opportunity to be successful. It gave you the opportunity to grow without being at that partnership level.
Right.
And it gave you that chance to develop your brand and grow yourself. And I think it was super smart. It was super smart.
No, it is, because, without it, I couldn't do this, because I have a 9-to-5. There is no way in heckins that I would continue doing this if I wasn't getting some kind of financial reimbursement for the time that I'm spending, the effort, the research, the everything for 3 years. I think I would still be doing it. I don't think I would be doing it as consistently. I don't think I would be like, it's just, it's different. There's still, am I making sense? Is it making sense?
Yeah. No,
Like,
I get it. I get it.
You're putting in work, and if you feel like you're not getting anything back, and like community is amazing and everything, but if you feel like the platform, you're basically creating content for free for a platform and getting.
You have to also know that's how it was, right?
That's
for
true.
years.
Yeah,
that's how Twitch, and it was still successful. Twitch was huge, and they just got bigger. But like it was the concept of working for partnership, because wasn't it originally, like years back, wasn't the viewership requirement for partner like 400 viewers or something crazy like that?
Justin TV was wild. Yeah.
400, and then it got brought down to 100, and now it's 75.
Huh.
I'm like, I feel like what they did was, the more streamers they got on the platform, the lower they made the average, because the more streamers you have on the platform, the more competition there is for viewership.
Right. Sure.
So back in the day, it was probably easier, not easy, but easier to get that 400 viewer average, because there weren't nearly as many.
There's no competition. They're either watching you or who are they watching? They're not watching. There's not another Pokimane streaming, but there's not another IRL streamer to compete with her. Like, right? Because I think she's been doing this for like 8-10 years now.
Wait, who?
Pokimane. I don't know. I just pulled her name out of a hat.
She does stream games though. She's not just a just chatting streamer.
No, but her thing, she started out like the way her claim to fame was the fact that she started doing IRL streams and like taking people with her when she went shopping and stuff. Yeah. But I think there's a reward now. There's a reward in place, and on one hand, that's great, because it reimburses. It helps you make this a thing, whether or not you have that check mark. This can be a thing. You can do it full time as an affiliate if you have enough endorsement and everything, and you have the community. So it just helps make that more feasible as a career. That's what I was trying to say.
Yes.
But if you can't see this as if that appeal is gone, if you're just doing it for the sake of doing it, I don't know where I'm going with this.
So
you got something? Go.
You can be successful without the check mark. You can, in fact, there are affiliates who are more successful than some partners. Mm-hmm. The check mark does not mean that you're going to be going full time. The check mark doesn't mean that you can just suddenly you're going to have an abundance of subs and an abundance of tips and abundance of bits. It's like a badge that says you worked fucking hard and now you got here, and now you can start the true huge path of whatever career you're trying to bounce off of. And while those things are still possible as an affiliate, the truth is partnership does open up doors that affiliate doesn't. There are companies that won't work with you unless you're a partner. There are, it does exist, and it exists for a reason, because there are a lot of people who have worked very hard to get to that point that do have those doors open for them. But don't think for a minute you can't do that as an affiliate. I peaked in my Twitch career at 3,700 subscribers, and that was a year ago. And I was not a partner. Yeah. You can, all of that still exists without partnership. You can do anything that you set your mind to. You can be successful. You can go full time if you're able, if you have the endorsement, if you have the community that is able to back you or wants to back you. It's anything is possible. You can still be successful. That's the gist of what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. But do you think you need to?
Need to what?
Do you think you need to be successful?
Oh, no. If you want it. It's all about what you want.
Right.
It's all about what you want out of it, because nobody can define that for you. That's all on you.
I think a lot of people think they know what they want, but what they are going for, again, is that achievement, is the shiny hunting. Like, you think that that's what you want, but without a purpose for doing that, it's an empty action. It's just
Well, yeah, and
it's
success is different to everyone.
true.
Like, what's successful for me is not going to be successful for somebody else. What's successful for you is not going to be successful for somebody else. Success is, it's not finite, right?
Oh
Success
my God. Yes.
success is
It's not
something that
okay.
you can get from anything. Whatever you feel brings you success, you can have it. Somebody else having success does not mean you won't have success. It's completely possible for everyone to be successful and happy. And there's just so much bitterness that comes from somebody else succeeding. And I hate it. I hate that more than anything. Nobody should ever be put down because they achieve something.
Oh my God. That feels awful. They're like,
It's a serious thing.
it is a
Honestly,
really,
to be
it's
able
a,
to post on Twitter and it's something positive, something you and your community achieved, something that you're proud of, and you're
right.
you're worried to post it because people are going to think that you're boasting, that
Right.
you're that whatever, they want what you have, and so it's bad that you have it because that means that they can't have it, which isn't true.
But that's because they've defined success based on what I have. They've
Right.
defined my success. They've defined my success as a
For
success that
themselves.
they need to have.
Yep.
They didn't sit down and go, what does success mean to me?
But figure out, even still, let's say that what you have, somebody else has defined as their success. You having it doesn't impact that. And the
That's
bitterness
also true.
shouldn't exist because if they want what you have, if they want to be a talk show host, Twitch partner who focuses on mental health, right?
Sure.
Let's say that.
Sure.
They can do that. You don't take that away from them.
No.
What you have it is absolutely okay, 110%, to want what somebody else has. It is okay to see somebody else and think, man, I would love to be there one day. It's okay to take inspiration from somebody else's success, their achievements, what they've done, and where they are, and their platform. It is not okay to use that against them or to express your bitterness or distaste for the fact that they're successful. And that's the thing that really needs to change. If I could change anything, the mental health of the platform would improve if everyone would just recognize each other's success for what it is. And if you want to use that as inspiration for yourself, by all means.
But that's the key, right? It's the inspiration part. Thank you so. I don't know what's happening. Late to the games. Oh my God.
Let's go.
I was about to thank Music Mind for their sub. Late. I don't know. 20? Yes! You don't even get a notification because I don't have notifs on while we do. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much.
Wait, yes. Oh, we love to see it.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Oh, the train is TD Bell. Oh
Yes!
no.
Yes.
Where is this coming? We're talking about what's that? Why? No, this is like
this is success.
this is I don't know what to
Is that a 473% complete hype train?
That is correct.
I think we can get that to 1,000 probably, right? Chat?
No. Anthony under review. Yay! I've been waiting to become, you're friends with somebody when their significant other is friends with you. That's when you know you really made it.
We love to see it.
Fave. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Okay, wait a minute. So I got to learn from you because how do you appropriately react to this? Huh?
I cry.
You just okay.
I just
All right.
cry. I don't react to this.
Okay. don't even try.
I'm sorry. I don't have any of that. Let's go. What is okay? Chat. This hype train's at 686%, 87%. I think we can get it to 1,000, right? I think we can do that. This is my stream now.
Oh, no, it's not your stream.
Oh, we love to see it. No. We love to see it. Come on, y'all. 150%. 143%. That's math. I'm not desensitized. It's just not happening to me. So I don't have to cry right now.
What are you doing? Stop.
Okay. Cool. 60%. 60%. 60
Don't listen to her.
Listen to
Don't
me.
listen to her. She's egging you on.
Ham stream. Ham.
This is
Let's go.
no. This is what?
Oh, yes, Angie, let's go. Oh, we love to see it.
I didn't do anything.
This is the pizza party. We're hanging out with you tonight. Just take it. Just take it. Shh. It's okay.
Hey, it's Terry. Thank you so much for the follow. Angster, thank you so much for the 10 subs. Late to the game, thank you so much for the 5 subs. TD Bell, thank you for the 5 subs. Thigh in Twilight, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Braving Warrior, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Robo, thank you so much for the follow. Late to the game, thank you so much for the 10 subs. TD Bell for the 10 subs. Late to the game for the original 10 subs. Bliffle Splick for 300 bits. That Girl Bryce, thank you so much for resubscribing for 25 months, my love. Oh my god. Angie Star, thank you so much for subscribing. Player versus Creator, thank you so much for following.
Oh, we love to see it. There's 2 minutes left.
Oh my god. Starlight, thank you so much for gifting a sub. So y'all don't understand. I'm in the process of needing and going to be going into surgery for my schnozzle because it's no work, no good. So thank you. This supports me being able to breathe. Literally.
You heard her. We're supporting her breathing, chat. Let's go. We support Marie breathing.
Did you see the tweet?
It's all about.
Did you see the tweet of my brain?
No.
I put it in I fleeted it. Is that what you call it?
I fleeted my brain.
I fleeted myself. Oh, Anthony, you didn't have to subscribe. Thank you. TD Bell, thank you so much for subscribing for 22 months. I love you so much.
I'm playing our new hype train music. You can't hear it though.
Jambo got run over.
Oh, I can hear it.
Oh, you can?
A little bit. Thank you, Thane Rand.
During stream. Pizza party got sent straight to mass jail. Will they do it again? You best believe.
Oh.
Wow.
Thank you
So
for
proud
the
of y'all.
bit.
Let's go late.
Oh my god. What the hell happened? We're sitting here having a nice conversation.
It's still a nice conversation, Marie, just with a lot of subs.
Just with a lot of stuff.
It's still a nice still a nice conversation. Almost 1300% chat.
We are.
I didn't mean to bring this much chaos. Yes,
Thank you, Stride Cypher, so much for subscribing. Maywin, thank you so much for the 200 bits.
We're not sorry about it at all.
Late to the game just followed me. Thank you.
Hell yeah, late.
Oh
we
my
love
god.
to see it. We do. We love chaos. I'm so happy we could bring that here tonight. Thank you guys for coming in and blowing Marie up. My entire heart is so full. Y'all are amazing. I fucking love our community.
I didn't do anything.
You existed. That's enough.
I didn't.
Right? Don't we always talk about that?
Okay, but
That
it's
existing is enough.
different. It's different when it's for you. It's not for me. It's different.
You're right. It's different when it's for you and not for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't have to cry when it's not for me.
Oh my god, you guys. Oh.
92 subs. That's
Is that what happened? Was it 92? How do you
Yeah.
know?
because it said it at the top of your professional streamer Mxiety.
Because it said it. 3 years. 3 years.
Counted the subs that came
Yeah,
through.
you said it and you're like,
keeping a tally. I'm like, another 10 and
Mhm.
20.
Hold on. I gotta put, oh shoot. You said 93? I gotta just note that.
92.
92, because I can't math
can
that.
put
I'm gonna
93
use
if
to
you
use it.
want.
Huh?
There was a sub after the hype train, right? So that was 93.
93. Oh god. Fam, what happened? I do have a corgi. But he doesn't like hanging out here when I stream because we bother him so much. It's true.
Like, Mom, don't talk to me.
No, it is. Because he likes to hang out here, but as soon as the camera comes on, he leaves. He knows. 84 viewers. Thank you so much. Remember when M had barely 500 followers? I do.
TD Bell, you're amazing. You're
TD
amazing.
Bell. TD Bell's been
Thank
here
you
the
for
whole time.
supporting Marie.
What the hey?
Thank you, everyone, for supporting Marie.
I'm here minding my own business.
You're not. You're minding my business. So this is my business now. Thank you for supporting Marie. Thank you for everything from our community and yours. You guys are amazing, and she deserves it.
Thank you so much. I don't know. What did I do? I didn't do anything. I sit here and harass you for answers.
It's true. I've been harassed, but I liked it the whole time.
Thank you very much for your generosity, fam. Thank you so much for being so supportive. I appreciate you being here.
Jamxiety. Why didn't you title your stream that?
What?
Jamxiety.
Done.
Thank you.
We can redo it. We can redo it.
Thanks. We love to see it.
Excellent.
Yes, you exist. That's enough. Can we get some "you're enough" spam in chat, please?
Urine?
Can we do that?
Urine enough?
Yeah, you're enough.
Okay. I didn't write the book every day. I didn't write the book every day. You make it seem like I write books all the time. Perfect. You're enough. I'm gonna come to my emote person and be like, can you please make me this emote? Jambo, Jamie, what do you do?
What do you do?
What do you do?
I love you. That's all. They did this of their own. I didn't make anyone do this. Okay, I didn't like.
There's no conspiracy.
No, they did this of their own volition because you're a good person and they like to support good people.
She did.
I did not. Respectfully, fuck you, late. Respectfully.
Jambo told me to do it.
TD Bell, respectfully, fuck you. Respectfully. Respectfully.
I'm just trying my best to bring something nice to the world that sometimes isn't very nice.
You're doing it, so let us bring nice back to you.
Okay.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Just accept it.
Strawberry Witch Starlight, thank you so much for the follows. I don't know what I was gonna ask you, how do you have a show like this with people doing this to you?
I don't think that you understand. I don't. I just cry.
That's the whole stream.
It's the whole. I'm not even kidding. I just cry. It's their stream, not my. There you go. Like Late said, it's our show, not hers. I don't have one anymore. I just stream and then cry for 4 hours and then end it and cry again.
We pay for her tears. I will tell you why I'm not crying is because my sinuses are so jacked. I can't. There's like, it's really messed up. I'm gonna show you the picture of my brain again, so you all know what you're supporting.
Thank you for supporting Marie's brain.
No, I'm serious. You think I'm kidding?
I'm thanking them. Thank you for supporting her brain. This is not a joke.
All right, here you go. So, fam, here's my brain.
Okay.
And you see where it's in yellow?
Yeah.
That whole area is supposed to be clear and like black.
Have you tried taking the yellow part out?
Yeah, that was part of the problem. So that's all snot. So you think it's funny, but we made a lot of snot puns yesterday. So that's all like my sinuses are
of boogers.
Super backed up. Yeah. So I have headaches every day and I've had to end stream because of it and I feel really bad. That's a urine ring? No. My brain doesn't have urine in it.
She has pee in her head. Unless she does. I don't know. She took a pee break before stream.
I could have. I will have you know Jambo wants me to send her a picture of my pee there. I said it. Now they know.
Wow. I literally said I'll own it. Send me your pee.
Wait.
Send it.
Wait, everybody. Spam the letter P in chat now. Send Jambo your pee.
Please don't.
Please spam the letter P.
Listen, usually I would say it would be really cool if people followed my channel, but now I don't want any of you there.
No, Jambo, they want to send you their P.
Wow. Okay, cool. So, it's really unfortunate because yesterday was my last stream ever. I guess I'm never streaming again. So you
Yeah.
can't.
Well,
You
but
can't see
you
my
asked.
chat.
You said, "Send me your pee." This is the least they could do.
Wow, y'all.
I don't know why you wouldn't be following Jambo, but like, please do. Please
You
do.
don't have to. You don't have to.
No, you have to. You
on
have
Twitter
to.
or
You
Twitch.
have to,
I
baby. You
actually
have to.
don't have a Twitch channel
She doesn't.
anymore.
She does. She does though.
It's you. You know.
Yeah? I don't know. Teach me
You know?
your ways.
Teach me how to pee pee.
teach me how to pee pee. All right, there we go. Fixed it. All right, if you're not following Jambo and you're here, I don't know how you ended up here. Congratulations, but you should be following Jambo on like every platform. Jambo is delightful. She's an absolute just wonder to this planet.
Stop.
No.
Don't make me fucking cry on your show.
Oh, I will make you. This is not a proper talk show if I don't make you. Haven't you seen what you're supposed to do? This is how you're supposed to talk show.
I'm supposed to cry?
Well, yeah, that's.
I could run a talk show then. Okay,
Yeah.
we're starting a talk show. It's called the Cry Day Show.
Okay. It's not called the Jamba Cry.
Nope, because that doesn't make sense.
Cry Jam?
Not a word.
Cry Jam. Cry Jambo. Yeah, there you go. Cry with Jambo.
Cry with Jambo. Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Our first episode is tomorrow.
I'm the guest.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like Hot Ones, but all you do is eat pizza and cry. That sounds amazing.
Oh.
Wait, that concept for that talk show though, you get your guest pizza and you both eat pizza while you have an interview.
Oh my God. I could do that. I don't know how to interview people.
Do
you have a good Ustream?
I have a
that.
degree in interview. That's how I do it.
I have a PhD in talking.
Yeah. What did I say? I said I talk a lot. That would be a good show.
I talk a lot. Might as well stream it.
Might as well stream it. Oh my goodness. Do you want to keep talking about the topic? Because we are also coming up on time. So
we can talk about one more topic.
One more topic. All right. Everybody
topic
send
would you
Jambo
like to
your
talk
pee.
about?
No, I'm kidding.
Pee on me.
Anthony's here. We all know Anthony's here.
What is that? He doesn't pee on me.
You can't prove it?
I don't even know how I would start to react to that statement. You can't prove it. Watch me.
Comedians in cars getting coffee, but it's streamers crying while eating pizza. I love that, Agnes.
Oh, that would be a really good idea.
That is a great idea. You can have it. There's only only one person can do it, right? We just talked about that there's only one of each thing that can be done.
Breck.
Right. So that's that.
Great.
So I guess my next question for you is, do you feel, if you had to give somebody advice, how would you say that you got successful?
Oh boy. Being transparent.
Yeah.
I would say that was the jumping off point for the true genuine success that I've had. And it was last year in November. I guess for those who don't know, last year in April, a relationship that I was in ended. And it was the day before moving into this new place that I'm in now. And it was like the jumping off point for stress. Like that year was already rough. And then now I was in this new big place alone that I wasn't sure I could afford. And then I found out that I was going to be losing my job. So then I was stressed for a few months. I wasn't really streaming much because I couldn't bring myself to be live and pretend that everything was okay, because that was what everybody always said. When you're live, you got to be positive, create a positive space for people. And so I just didn't stream. And then I lost my job in September of last year, which was like a month before I was actually supposed to. So I was already filling out applications, but then I lost it. So then I didn't stream because I felt guilty streaming because I should have been filling out job applications. And I think just for days, for 2 straight months, I filled out job applications and took interviews. Um, and then I ended up in the hospital in October for 3 days in the ER and the ICU for a diabetic issue. And I was so depressed after that. I had a 2-week recovery. I couldn't really do anything. I was tired all the time and sore. And I just felt so defeated. It was like the worst depression I've experienced in a long time. And I was about to give up streaming entirely because it had been 5 months since I was consistent. People were going to forget about me. No one cared anymore. There were other amazing people, including, like some of my close friends. And I was happy supporting them, but I was just so depressed about everything that I had spent the last, 2.5, 3 years building that I was so defeated. And then Anthony told me that I should try streaming again. I have the time. I can't be filling out job applications 25/8 because I'll
Right.
lose my mind.
Right.
So I started streaming again last year on November 2nd. I had my first stream back. It was a Skyrim stream. And that day alone, we were at 74 subs and ended up over 300. And I completely broke down about everything. I told them everything. I expressed, about my anxiety, about my depression, about everything that happened that year because I was keeping a lot of it inside because I didn't want to be this negative person that people kept talking about, that toxic positivity that is everywhere. Everything needs to be okay and positive and happy. And you want to create a good environment that people want to be in. And I broke down. I cried for like 2 hours on stream. I opened up about everything. And from that point on, I felt this like pressure off of my shoulders of needing to be perfect and happy all the time. And I became myself. If I was having a bad day, I could still stream because I could be open about it. If I was having a good day, I was going to stream and I was going to be open about it. And I just created this open line of communication and transparency with my community. And within the first 3 weeks back of streaming, we went from 74 subs to 3,600. And it was the takeoff for success. I unlocked the partnership application at the end of November. And everything just kind of went up from there. And I started full-time streaming in January.
I think the story just speaks for itself. How do you get past I know you said one more question, but how do you get past the self-loathing to be so vulnerable?
I kept in mind that I can't possibly be the only person who feels that. And it turns out I'm not. And that there are other people who sometimes just need to hear it. That need to hear it from somebody else who's trying to make it in what they want to do. That if you're not okay, there's someone else who's not okay. And there's someone else who needs to hear that it's okay to not be okay. And I know there are a lot of people that post that on Twitter, and there are some who say like, oh, another generic, it's okay not to be okay post, but you should say that. You should say that because there's always someone who needs that reminder. There's always someone who's watching your stream and thinking to themselves, man, I'm having a really down day. And they don't have someone in that moment to relate to, especially in the loneliness of a pandemic when a lot of people are stuck at home and feeling lonely. It's really important to remind people that you're not alone in feeling that way, that every negative feeling has a counter good feeling. And it is still possible to have those good feelings while you're down. And I can't stress enough the importance of transparency in a community. A community is not just there for you when things are good. A community is not just there to sub to you, to gift you things. They're there as a support system for each other and for you. I mean, you're only one person, but you're a part of a community. And if you build your stream to be focused on you and not focused on the community you're building, the people, the pillars that make it what it is, I don't think you're going to get from it emotionally and mentally what you should. it's important, really important to be authentically you. And there were discussions a year or so ago that were like, streamers have masks that they wear on stream. And while that might be true, you don't have to disclose everything that you're feeling. But there is something to be said for being open and honest about who you are, what you're thinking, and what you're feeling every day, and allowing that vulnerability to be a part of your content. And I promise you, people enjoy it, and people will resonate with you and relate to you and care for you.
I love you, Jambo.
I love you.
Everybody, please go follow Jamie. I'm going to just let that stand on its own. Thank you for being such a wonderful being. And thank you for being so vulnerable.
Thank you for having me here.
We're going to be right back.